Good morning, folks. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's strong, the stories are real, and the wrenches never stop turning. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you from the Car Connection Workshop, where the smell of fresh oil, a little elbow grease, is all part of a balanced breakfast. And around here, we don't just talk cars, we live them. Whether it's a 25-year-old Jeep Wrangler getting a second chance at life or a Nissan Rogue getting its brakes back in order, or perhaps a mystery leak that's got everyone scratching their heads. This is where we roll up our sleeves, get it done with a little wit, a little wisdom, and a whole lot of fun. The Car Connection isn't just about nuts, bolts, and diagnostics. It's about connection to our vehicles, to the people who drive them, and to the community that keeps Niagara rolling. Because when you fix a car, you're not just turning a wrench, you're restoring someone's confidence, freedom, and maybe even their sanity. We're here every week, Monday through Saturday, helping you keep your ride safe, reliable, and ready for whatever road lies ahead. So whether you're a weekend wrencher, a daily commuter, or someone who just wants to understand what that strange rattle really means, welcome aboard. Stick around for shop talk, expert advice, a few good laughs, and maybe it'll jig a story. And I'll share that with you. Well, first and foremost this morning, welcome. Thank you for letting me into your world, into your car, or wherever you may be, wherever you pull your podcasts from. Remember, we are on all major platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, and wherever you pull your podcasts from, just type our name in there, Car Connection Workshop, and you'll find us. We have over 75 podcasts, almost 200 YouTube videos that will teach you 5 things all the time. So whether you know a little about cars or nothing, or you want to save money on your auto repairs, keep the bills under control, and keep your car as long as you want, if that is of interest to you, then this podcast and our YouTube channel will be where you need to be. And pick up on those videos. Go all the way back to the beginning and watch them. Watch some of the newer ones and then go back and collect the older ones, because I go through a bunch of basics all the way through. So no matter what we've worked on last summer, last week, and this morning after the podcast, we'll be shooting some more videos. We put 3 new videos up on our YouTube channel every single week. 2 for Tuesday and 1 every Friday as we head into the weekend. And you'll learn all the basic fundamentals of vehicle ownership that will save you time, money, a few bloody knuckles, and a lot less stress, and being able to give your vehicle longevity. That's when you're making money. That's when you are putting money back in your wallet. That's right. That's what I'm here for, is to help you to get the better understanding around fleet maintenance, treating your vehicle as though it is a fleet vehicle. And if you have multiple vehicles in the driveway, whether you want to believe it or not, you have a little miniature fleet going. And once you buy into the idea of looking at your automobile as it's part of a service fleet, that vehicle is servicing you. It's providing a service to you to be able to do everything that you need to accomplish every week. Well, let's kick off this morning with a morning swiggy right away before your beverage gets cold. So if you're just scooting through the drive-thru, double check your order, lock it down in your cup holder, get out on the road, and keep an eye on the other guy, and keep an eye on the roadway. We are still deep up to our foreheads in winter. I did apply for a January thaw, but it looks as though denied. That's all I can say. We did not get that. We did not. So whatever your favorite morning beverage is, grab hold of it. We count it down 3, 2, 1, and have a swiggy together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's really good this morning. Maybe I'll pause right here. No, I won't do that. We got a lot to get through in a short period of time to get there. That's real good. Real good. This morning we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to tie a bunch of things in with it. Last week, I did a podcast on what Jeep owners do that mechanics hate. And I couldn't believe when I did my research, I was well over into 90 minutes still listening to mechanics that are asked, what vehicle do you hate the most and why? And, I could not believe how many texts said BMW, Hyundai, Kia, and Jeep. Jeep was like, not even like a nice, I hate it. Oh, I hate those things. They're junk. Yeah. Well, you know what? There's good and bad in all. So this morning, we're going to continue that just a little bit, and I'm going to wrap in all automobiles into it because there's one thing that I used to do for people 31 years on the radio. I would be asked one particular question by email or live on the air over and over and over and over again till I finally got to the point where I'm going, hey, wait a minute. I'm wasting my breath here. I need to rethink my answer to that number one question. And you're probably wondering what that is, right? Well, you'll have to stick around because I think you'll enjoy this one. If you want to listen or re-listen, the biggest drawer in our toolbox and everything that we talk about, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, iHeartRadio here with our Motormouth Morning Drive podcast, Stevensville on the web.ca. Everything ties back into the homepage of our website at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. That's the short form is ccbusnet.com. But you can, if you can't get this while you're driving and your co-pilot is fast asleep already, spilling coffee on the seat again, pinch them first. Then they'll go out and they go like, what? What? Well, why did you pinch me? I didn't pinch you. Why would I pinch you? Let them think about it. So, if you head to our website, in the top right-hand corner, our webmasters put all the links there for everything for you to connect, follow, share, like, and be a part of our Car Connection and Motormouth. There are logos for all the businesses that bring this podcast to you and our YouTube videos. We're blessed, very blessed to have them come along after walking away from radio after 31 years and now going total digital. It's something it was me holding it up. We should have done it like 3, 4, 5 years ago, and we didn't. But here we are, and we're rolling. All the logos for the businesses that you hear mentioned on Car Connection or on our YouTube channel are on our home page. Click on their logo, and it opens a beautiful profile page where you can get all of their information all in one place. We also have a merchandise store for Car Connection and Motormouth gear. And when you make a purchase there, you pick your color, your size, you order it, pay for it safely online. It gets shipped directly to your door with proceeds helping those who are struggling with addiction. And addiction it does not pick its person, right? It's not a specific age group or anything. It hits home really hard with a lot of families. So through Total Freedom Canada and USA campuses, the campuses are there to help them get through their addiction to a new life, a new heart, a new lifestyle. And so we want to help that along by giving them proceeds from the sales of our merchandise. So make sure you grab yourself a limited edition Car Connection coffee mug. It doesn't have to be strictly coffee in there. Make it your own personal mug and enjoy it. And thank you for doing that. So know that when you buy merch, our Car Connection merch, that you're helping someone who's struggling with addiction to get to one of Total Freedom's addiction campuses and start working towards that new life. And that is so cool that we all work together. Well, let's see what we got for weather. It is a brand new week, and it is officially, do you know what today is? Anybody? It's International GroundHog's Day. That's a big deal around the Car Connection Workshop. We have our GroundHog posted up on the shop door for over a week. You can't go beyond a week because apparently that's a faux pas. Yeah. So our GroundHog has been posted and helping us to get into that International GroundHog Day celebration. So let's hope that Wyerton Willie, I don't know what generation we're on, what gen, and Punxsutawney Phil, hopefully will tell us we only have 5 weeks of winter. Because I heard there's a bit of a coup going with about 9 angry golfers with 9 irons. I've warned the brown furry missiles and said, you may want to rethink the outcome. Yeah, absolutely. So today's weather if you're in the Niagara region, I'll tell you, but the south shores of Lake Erie, the snowbanks are so high it's very difficult to get out of your driveway now, unless you're in a big 4x4, four-wheel drive rig. 8 degrees right now, partly cloudy. Wind is making it feel colder, about 2 degrees. Cloudy conditions expected around 10 a.m. Today's temperature range, ready for it? Don't scream too loud. 7 degrees to 22 degrees. And it feels like 1 degree to 14 degrees. Come on. The high temperature today is higher than yesterday. Yippee! That's all I got to say. That's what we got. Do we have any precip here on the scale? Zeros. We have 0 in the last 24 and in the next 24. 0 inches. Thank you. Because I still think my snowblower is still glowing. The engine block is still glowing this morning. All right, let's jump into conversation. But before we do that, I'd like to thank City Auto Sales and Leasing for making this podcast possible. Earl and Louise Grant, fantastic car couple, and they love what they do for well over 20 plus years now, providing low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. And they have great resources. I have never seen pre-owned vehicles as pristine as what they put out at City Auto Sales and Leasing. Amazing. They're outstanding, and that's why they're a part of Car Connection. I stayed away from car lots and dealerships being part of our program for a long time for that specific reason. I just did not feel good about the quality of stuff, quality of service, quality of product. No. And I finally just said, no. Then Louise gives me a call, and we hit it off. They've been with us. I think we're in like our 8th or 9th year now. We're really blessed to have them because they want to make sure that you get the best possible vehicle you can for your money. So that's how they've earned the title Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. So if they don't have what you're looking for in their inventory, let Earl and Louise do all the legwork for you through their line of resources. Will save you 1,000 steps. They sell no junk whatsoever, and Earl will make sure that he finds the best of the best of the best just for you. So City Auto Sales and Leasing, buy with confidence, be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. Well, this morning's title, don't turn the dial off when I say we're going to be talking about old Jeeps versus new Jeeps, which one actually makes sense. I'm going to wrap that in with a number of different makes and models, and then I'm going to let you into that ultimate question that I was asked for 31 years all the time. And then I would do all my homework and research the best of the best top 10 automobiles for you to purchase, and guess what would happen? Exactly. They would never buy one of my top 10. And how did I select the top 10? Was based on what vehicles were always making their way into our service bays on the Hamilton Mountain with Jenkins Automotive and Repairs, because we did cars, trucks, equipment, buses. We were geared up for all of that. But when you're working on the stuff, all the vehicles all the time, you get to see which ones are reliable and which ones suck with a K. But as I've mentioned before, if you know the pattern failures tied to the specific vehicle that you're driving you're going to drive before ownership, before you own it, then you can stay ahead of the curve by using the fleet maintenance idea. That concept will help you stay ahead of those shortcomings, because I don't care what you're driving, what year, make, or model, but I was really surprised how many techs, when I spent 90 minutes researching what mechanics hate about Jeeps and what Jeep owners do that really make them hate them even more. I was really shocked to hear the lineup of the vehicles that pretty much, I'm going to say, out of all the techs that I heard their feedback to that question, which was, what vehicles do you hate the most and why? And BMW came up a lot. I'm going to say like a lot. And then Kia and Hyundai. And Hyundai, I find we have one, and I find it's pretty decent. Like, it hasn't been problematic. But there again, I'm using my own car connection maintenance schedule to track the maintenance, because we have more than one vehicle around the car connection workshop. And if you get behind on your maintenance, that's when your repair bills start to soar. And yeah, other things get sore as well at the same time. So we can work on that together. We're actually going to be shooting the video that will totally outline the car connection maintenance schedule kit, so you can see how elaborate it is. That you've got to be a rocket scientist to use it. Not. It's simple. It is so simple. When you get to see that video on our YouTube channel, we'll shoot it today, and then we will get it scheduled quickly so that you can get to it, because it's important that you see how it works, that you get that understanding. And it's even with these Jeeps. They have a plethora of problems. But why do Jeep lovers love their Jeep? It's a communal thing. That's my conclusion. We're doing really, really well on the 97 Jeep TJ Wrangler Rescue. And, I didn't know anything about Jeeps, really. In fact, at my own shop, I just like tell them, it's better that you take it to a Jeep guy, honestly. I didn't even want to touch them. So after working on this one, I get it. They're not, the older ones are very Neanderthal. There's nothing prestigious about it whatsoever. The way it's built, how it's put together is very Neanderthal. But that's just it. When they brought the Jeeps out in the war, those Jeeps saved the war, because it was a vehicle that could go anywhere. They were rugged, and they've kept that rugged kind of appearance for a while. Now you got the newer gen. And there's a lot of fellas and fellettes out there, they love their Jeep. And then there's the older crowd that likes the older Jeeps. Then there's the younger crowd that likes the older Jeeps better than the newer ones. And then there's those that are both. They have an older one they love, an older model, and they have a new model. But the thing about the new model is too much plastic under the hood. And seeing that on a lot of vehicles, the plastic is getting way too much heat, and these components, they break down. Things like oil coolers, oil filter housings, intake manifolds. They're all made of plastic, and it's not working out. There's too much under the hood temperatures to prevent that plastic from degrading, and that's what's happening. We're seeing it everywhere, and particularly on the 3.6 liter Pentastar in the Jeeps. If you open the hood, all you see is plastic intake, plastic oil filter, oil cooler housing, and then it's sitting right in the middle of the top of the engine, where when you shut an engine off, the heat rises to the top. So the hottest point after you shut a vehicle off is the top of the engine. And so now you have an intake like a bridge, and then your oil cooler and oil filter housing tucked right underneath tight like it's in the oven. And that's what's happening to it. It's getting baked. You got valve covers. They're plastic. Thermostat housing. It's plastic. Everywhere you look, it's composite plastic. And the heat is causing the plastic to become brittle. And guess what's happening? Things start leaking profusely. You're leaking coolant into the motor, into the engine itself, into the motor oil. You got motor oil leaking out everywhere from around valve covers, intakes. It's just crazy what's going on with all this plastic. And that's a problem. That's a problem with the, from what the techs, a couple of techs that were factory trained that I had an opportunity to watch and listen to them. That was the biggest problem that they find. And the rear differential lockup unit, even on the newer models, the sensor inside that locks up the differential goes bad, and then the whole rear end has to be pulled apart to change it. And then you're putting the same component back in that was faulty. Duh. You get it? So is there good and bad in all? Absolutely. Absolutely there is. I particularly am a Bronco guy, but I'm an old Bronco guy from the 70s. I like the 70 series Broncos. I have the fourth Bronco that I've ever owned. You will see that one. There's a couple of teasers on our YouTube channel because I put a new motor in it and then closed the shop due to health reasons back in 2001. And I tucked it away, and I put a new motor in there, and I just kind of shoved it in the closet kind of thing and left it there. And the motor's not seized. So hallelujah for that. That's huge. Because I put a brand new motor in there, and then we closed the shop, and then I had to find somewhere to store it. And it's been at a few places, let me tell you. Yeah, even in a sheep barn. So I like that particular year. I do also like the look of the remod that's out there. I really don't like the new model that has come out. The reissue, that's what I call a reissue. I like the older version as it is. I like that. But I really like the 70s Bronco. I like that look. I never liked the 80s look, the pancake look, where it was just flat and kind of squarish like a Kleenex box. That I don't like. I like the body lines of like 78, 79. Those are my faves. That's just me. I think they make the best four-wheel drives. They have full axles, front and rear, and they're a beast, in my opinion. They are a beast. But to tie it all in together, old Jeep versus new Jeep, let me know. If you're a Jeeper, a Jeepster, I think that's the term, a Jeepster, duck. Look out, duck. Yeah, get some ducks on your dash. We talked about that last week as well. I dug into that because personally, I really wanted to know what's with the rubber ducks and on the dashboard. Well, we discovered it. It's a communal thing. So you'll have to go back and re-listen because there really is a very interesting backstory on that. And what I really liked, and I got more respect for Jeepsters after doing that program last week because I got to hand it to you. You know that they are a piece of, you know what? They are problematic. Yes, they are. I can tell you because we put one back together. But you'll get to see in the video we shoot today, things are getting really exciting. The Jeep is on the floor in the shop. Everything's all tidied up. Spent yesterday afternoon. What I do when I get to a specific stage where the vehicle's really coming together and it's mobile, it'll be able to be moved in and out of the shop, moved to the other side of the building. That's exciting because that means the project is getting close to closure. So all the major stuff is done. There's just one thing left underneath, but I'm waiting for the lift. I've got a 67 Chevy on the lift right now. Mr. Green Jeans will be out this summer so the kids can have their pictures taken in it and everything. It's going to be so cool. We'd hoped to have done that last year, but we just weren't able to get there. We kind of ran into 3-4 problems in a row, and we just couldn't get past them on time. But this year, whole new ball game. So I need the hoist to put this 97, and that's what I learned as well. That's the first year for the Jeep TJ Wrangler. The last year is 2006. I didn't know jack before I got started, but I thought this would be a really good rescue. Let's rescue it from the junkyard, from the crusher. It's a good contender. The frame is solid, and it's for the most part solid. You know, the driver's side floor needs repairs because the windshield leaks so bad. Sitting there, poor little thing, sitting amongst all these tractor trailers in the junkyard. And we rescued it. And it's exciting because now what I do as we get to the close of the build, the rescue, is I go through all the parts that I've collected, all the parts that I've salvaged, and sort and grade them and say, this is worth keeping. Somebody else could use it. If we don't need it, we'll put them up in the storage barn, bring them all out in the early spring, clean what needs to be cleaned, tidy up what needs to be tidied up. I like to refurbish stuff and then sell it so it's like ready to bolt on. You don't have to take it home and do that. I'll do it for you, and you can just finish it off. So we'll put all that stuff away. It's all boxed, ready to go out the door today, and I'll take that up into the storage barn where the other Jeep parts are, and then we'll do one big Jeep sale sometime in the early summer, a package deal or pieces, parts if you need something. Maybe I'll just do a Jeep garage sale, but we'll have to promote it. But that way somebody else that's working on something, we can pay it forward and say, just take it. It's okay. But that's exciting for me because I know where we're at on that rescue. And it's all been, everything that we've done to this point has been neglect, period. That's the bottom line. What have we been fixing on it? Neglect. From the front end to the brakes, to the gas tank, to the interior and all the you'll see the heater controls. Nothing was working. It was all bastardized in there. That's another term for customized it. Yeah, myself. Can you tell? Absolutely. Yes, we could. So now we're at the phase where all that stuff is done. The cooling system, changing the engine, putting a clutch in, changing the fluids in the differential. We got to do the transmission, but I want to remove the lower plate that holds everything in under there because it's all packed with mud and dirt and crud, and the transmission and transfer case needs an oil change, and I have a piece of linkage in there I noticed for the four-wheel drive shifter is coming apart, so we may as well fix that while we're in there, and then we can put the front drive shaft that's fully rebuilt, the Charlie shaft we call it, put the Charlie shaft in, and we're there. And then I'll cut out the floor on the driver's side, and I'll weld that all in, and we'll be done. It'll be done right and tight. Is it something you'd take to a wedding? I don't know. Would you hop in it and take it all the way to Florida? No, definitely not. But anyways, will it be reliable and comfortable? Yes, it will. It will be reliable and comfortable. But as I mentioned, what was the big factor in rescuing that 97 Jeep TJ Wrangler from the crusher? Maintenance, neglect. And things that were pattern failure on the Jeeps. But that goes for everything that you're driving out there. Every single year, make, and model has its own quirkiness, has its own problems. And maybe you like the older models versus the newer models. Maybe so. Maybe so. But we will be shooting that video on our Car Connection maintenance schedule today, and I will let you know what date that will be airing on our YouTube channel. And if you're looking for our YouTube channel, 2 ways to find it. It's Niall Motormouth Jenkins, or just go to the homepage of our website, which is the biggest tool drawer in our toolbox. All the links are in the top right-hand corner for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. That's where my pops lives. Lots of wonderful businesses and business owners there. And Skippy, our videographer, created a website to pull the businesses and community together. And I think that's so cool how Skippy's been able to do that and do it successfully. And yeah, it can be a headache too, but it's turned out really, really well. And so we have a profile page there. So just click on the business tab at Stevensvilleontheweb.ca and meet some of the business owners in town. There's great eateries there and wonderful businesses and family-owned and operated businesses, which is what I get excited about, that are really, really passionate about the products, goods, and services that they provide. What else have I got to talk about? Yes, we're into February now. Can you believe that? International GroundHog's Day today, and then we got Family Day coming up in Ontario. That's the 16th of February, and our 30-day, part 1, 30-day fuel savings challenge. How to put a minimum of $100 a month back in your wallet. Does that stuff excite you? Now, imagine this. You follow the Car Connection maintenance schedule and lower your repair bills and keep your vehicle long term. That's a lot of money back in your pocket. Take on the fuel savings, 30-day fuel savings challenge, and see where you're wasting money and how you can make correction and put more money back in your wallet. Are you hearing me? So then you're getting money back by just changing your habits, changing your mindset, how you look at your automobile. Don't look at it as something that it's wear and tear. It's your fleet. That is your fleet vehicle that makes you profitable. But if your car broke, then you're doing the home to work thing, trading time for money and not getting ahead. You know, you don't have to drive something to impress people you don't even know and you don't like. But you can have a really nice, well taken care of vehicle, and you know what? You'll feel good about it. And it doesn't matter. Here's the thing, and get this in your heads, please. It does not matter how many kilometers are on the odometer. It's like when you want to lose weight, throw the scale in the river. Don't be standing on the scale. Why? Why? It's a mental thing. It really is. It'll mess you up. Throw the scale out the freaking window. Then watch how you lose weight. But you've got to have a game plan. And then you got to implement that plan. And then what? Rotate the pattern. You don't even need to think about it. Like when I'm playing guitar, my hand doesn't have to think about what chord it's making. There's memory. It's called hand memory. I don't know how it works. Anyways, I just think of a chord, my fingers, and will make it. That's how you got to use the fleet maintenance service record, the Car Connection maintenance schedule kit. You get to the bottom, you dust it off, wipe it off, because a dry erase marker, and what do? Rotate the pattern. Start again at the top. It's a no-brainer to put money back in your pocket. like to say thank you to Rita and Ramiz Shanuda, the brothers up at Rainbow Motors in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, for making this podcast and our YouTube channel. Facebook, Instagram, all possible. Without them, we couldn't do it. Sales and service you can trust. They fix all years, makes, and models, including and up to light commercial vehicles. You can buy a vehicle there and have it serviced. They also have extended warranty packages for those vehicles that qualify. Again, they don't sell any junk. They do carry an inventory. If they don't have what you're looking for, ask. Let them know what you're looking for. Because again, they've been selling vehicles for quite some time. They've got the resources, and they won't buy any junk. If it's junk, they'll leave it right where it is, because they want you to not only buy a vehicle there, but they want you to know that you can get it serviced there, and they'll take great care of you. Rainbow Motors and Garage, sales and service you can trust. Thank you to Niagara Block at 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. The Grimo family have been building Canada since 1931. Building supplies, hardscape, landscaping materials to help you create that amazing, outstanding backyard patio that you've always wanted, that oasis, your hideout. Yeah, that quiet place, that secret quiet place. They can help you do all that and connect you with contractors that can start the job, price the job, and get it done. Get the work done and get it done right. Niagara Block, building Canada since 1931. And thank you to our certified financial planning professionals, Tony Miele, Larry Tetro, 50 years of experience as fiduciaries. They're with IG Wealth Management. They manage portfolios, taking care of debt, estate planning, Pat's powers of attorney and proxies, the whole 9 yards, arranging a mortgage, life insurance, critical illness insurance, and a whole lot more. Products are available to you. There's no sales. So no excuses, no sales. Book an hour and a coffee meeting, the discovery meeting, to sit down and get your questions answered. As my prof would always say, never take instructions from someone who's not right where you want to be. Smile, be respectful, and run, because they don't have it. If they're not where you want to be, then you shouldn't be taking advice from them, and just be nice about it. So connect. So click on either logo for Tony Miele or Larry Tetro, my brothers from other mothers. They've been my financial planners and my best friends for many, many years now. And you know what? Life is so much better with them than without them. Keeping the things that we don't like to talk about, in order and in tip-top shape. And thank you to Crystal Ridge Dream Center and Total Freedom Darien Center, New York campus. Addiction campuses available to Canadian and U.S. residents. Total Freedom Sydney, Manitoba, Canada is a men-only campus. And again, when you buy some merch on our website, our Car Connection Motormouth merch, you're helping those who've made a decision to get to one of the campuses where they work through healing and restoration to each and every individual and families that have been enslaved by cycles of addiction and very destructive behavior. And I'll tell you, you can click on the link on our website and you can watch testimony after testimony after testimony of those who were ready to deal with their addiction one-on-one and get that new life. Thank you to Crystal Ridge Dream Center. They're reaching out as well in times when community support is crucial. Crystal Ridge Dream Center shines as a beacon of compassion and transformation. They're out there serving men, women, children, single moms with meals, programs, love, hope, and they're changing lives one at a time in the Niagara region. They don't receive any funding. Same with Total Freedom. No government funding. They have to create it themselves so that way they can reach out and change lives. So if you want to be a part of that, that would be totally awesome. And I'll tell you, you will feel really good about being a part of what they're doing at Crystal Ridge Dream Center and Total Freedom, Dearne Center, New York, and Sydney, Manitoba, Canada. Things are happening. Lives are being changed. Well, that's about it for our time today together. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Our maintenance schedule, we'll let you know when the video is up. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for our Tuesday morning drive time. What are we talking about tomorrow? I have no idea. Oh, mods. Modifications that help and modifications that hurt reliability when it comes to an automobile. And that happens, I think the fellas are bigger into that, but then these days, a lot of ladies have their own muscle car, their own hot rod, their own daily driver that they customize and make it their own. And that's what I've learned about Jeepsters. It's communal. It's a community thing. It's a Jeepster family thing. And you can make your Jeep the way you want it. Until tomorrow, keep it under 100. Watch out for the other guy. Don't forget to sign up for YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. Click on our iHeart icon on our homepage or our website. Connect with us wherever you pull your podcast from. Car Connection Workshop. Happy, healthy motoring. Happy Monday. It's Monday. I know it's Monday. Make it a great Monday. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for the Motor Mouth Morning Drive. Bye for now.